One good conversation has the power to change the world, one voice at a time. E.Wilson founded Join the Conversation Exchange in 2009 because he believes just that. JTC Exchange has since become a powerful force within the community and across the nation through its radio shows, community service, and mentorship programs.
Yo, this is your boy Algernon, JTC on the move. And at this time, I'm here with another JTC mentor, Mr. Raashid Brown, who just took part in conducting an awesome seminar here. I didn't say conversation, seminar on how to do the right thing. He had a great conversation with the class. Raashid, how does it feel coming back to your whole school?
Man, it feels great. The opportunities here, 9 years ago in May, it would make 9 full years that I graduated from high school. A school where they said this is the alternative school. Your last resort. You got kicked out of every other school, what have you. This is your last resort. After this, after the alternative, there's nothing left. So if you don't make it here, you can't make it nowhere else. So to come back to the place where this is my last place I could go to, just to say thank you. It's awesome.
Raashid, you excelled exceedingly on what it is that we at the JTC Exchange Organization do. You are, I can't say enough on what it is that you've done, not just for the JTC Exchange Organization, but what you did as an individual for these kids. I was able to be behind the camera and I was looking at their faces and the science, to speak, the science that you was dropping on these kids about life in itself, man, was priceless. If they could have seen themselves just looking in their eyes and the way they was lighting up, you was putting down some heavy stuff on them, man. But the thing about it, their science was saying a lot of words. Was there any kids in particular that you might have had a look at that you think that you might have been able to touch and help them be able to step up to the next level?
Absolutely. One thing about having a conversation and communication is you want to make sure that you have people's attention. Mm-hmm. So I'm very focused when I talk or minister, whatever have you, having people's attention. And sometimes it starts just by our level of communicating, reaching to the point where people can understand what we're talking about. Mm-hmm. And I felt like with the students, there were some ones that you can feel were really connected to what you had to say. As if they were sitting on the edge of their seat to say, okay, what are you gonna say next? What are you gonna say next? So I think God gives us, to God be the glory for giving us the ability to communicate, but we have to get down to a level where everybody can understand this.
That's awesome, that's awesome. Raashid, I want to ask you this, pretty much in closing, for those out there that are, especially with the kids, but people overall in general, is there anything that you could say to them to give them words of hope, words of encouragement?
Yeah, I will share the same thing I shared with the students today. We have 3 different types of grips. Every individual has 3 different types of grip. Mm-hmm. You have your crush grip, your pinch grip, and your support grip. Mm-hmm. Each one of them, as I detailed, your crush grip is about, like shaking your hand. Mm-hmm. It takes a crush grip to do that, for the firmness. Right. It takes a pinch grip to grab something small. Mm-hmm. It takes a support grip to hang on to something long enough. Right. We have to realize that within ourselves, we have each one of those grips, but it's how you use that grip that determine your level of success. So I say, you're only as powerful as your grip. Because each grip is important, but it's how you use that grip in that point in time that can enhance your capability. So I think it's when we understand who we are, even as kids, at your level, you're great. Be excellent on your level. As I was sharing with them when I was in high school and went to college, how I blew my first semester in college, not really understanding the grip, that something that came to me, but it was too big for me at the same time, because I had not prepared my grip to maintain what I was about to grab. Mm-hmm. So that's just what I would share, especially with the seniors that we talked to today. Life is about to give you something. Mm-hmm. What are you gonna do with it? Is it something that's gonna fall out your hand, or are you really gonna possess it and maximize it to your potential.
Right.
So
That's awesome. Because I know I was asking for words of encouragement, but you dropped some wisdom. And it's all good. It's all good because that's what we in need of. But listen, Raashid, I really want to thank you once again for not just a great interview, but for being a great man of God.
Bless you.
And we are definitely looking for more to come from you on behalf of the JTC Exchange Organization. We're really loving this. So listen, guys, if you're going to live to achieve. And if you're going to have a conversation, make it a good one.
make it good.
Peace.